God bless the state of Michigan, yeah. Welcome to the Makeshift Show, you schlumpkins. Today we're going to be talking about PewDiePie, pineapples, poor judgments on YouTube's part, and much, much more. Let's get into it. Roll the intro. Look at the time. It's the Makeshift Show.
Now what's the vibe? Is it party time?
Hi. Okay, the first subject we're going to cover today is talking about how PewDiePie endorsed our racist, okay? Oh, PewDiePie is a racist. PewDiePie endorsed a Nazi. Okay, well, let's get into it, because I saw some videos talking about how PewDiePie shouted out this creator called ER, okay? So I want to do some investigating on my own half and see what everyone's talking about. And this is what I came to find out. So today, I've been looking over ER's channel to see what the hubbub is all about, how somebody that reviews cartoons and shows can be labeled as a white supremacist. I don't really see the connection there, okay? So I looked up what the biggest outlier is. What's the most racist video that people seem to think he has, okay? So I looked it up, and boy, it has the title, okay? Steven Rapiverse, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying to Love and Fuse. Steven Rapiverse, woo! Okay, so we got a heavy title right there. Lord, that's horrible. I don't like that title, I can tell you that. But is this a Nazi propaganda Steven Universe review, okay? So we looked through it, and he has some very colorful language, one of them including a hook-nosed Indian. He says that, and that, wow, that's a lot of words. I don't like that. It doesn't roll off the tongue very well. Okay, so he says that, but look at the context here. Why did he say it? He says hook-nosed Indian because he's talking about how Steven Universe's creators are trying to be inclusive to all kinds of ethnicities and be diverse in every way. Well, while they do that, they also lean on stereotypes, and that's the dichotomy that he was pointing to, is that even if they are trying to be inclusive to all these people, they're still being racist in their own way. At least that's how I see it. So I'm gonna give him a pass on the hook nose thing. Now, the next part of his video is really dicey and hard to explain, so bear with me here, okay? So at the end of the video, he uses a 4-minute Hitler speech. Why does he do this, okay? So the question is obviously, is this to make us like Hitler or something? Is this to watch a video and oh wow, a Hitler speech, that's incredible, wow, what a great man or something? Or is it something else? And it's something else. So look at this scene really quick, okay? So in the scene before the Hitler speech, Steven Universe is given a telepathic message by a kiss on the forehead, okay? And he has edited it so it's a Nazi speech. Well, before it was just information. So the lady kisses Steven on the head, and then the Hitler speech goes on for 4 minutes, okay? Then it ends where Steven Universe and the cast are doing the Hitler salute, and they're all part of the Nazi regime. And basically that's the end of the video. Well, that just tells you right there that he thinks that the creators of Steven Universe are the Nazis. Not that he is one, right? So that's him pointing the finger at them being like this propagandist machine, okay? He is saying that Steven Universe is a propaganda workhorse that's pumping out, like, everyone's a lesbian in that show. The main character is like feminine, and it's trying to reverse the roles, right? And he's upset about that. I'm not, but he is, and you know, he's like a right-wing guy that is trying to make sense of it, I guess. And I think without context, that would seem really strange, but I think I almost understand it. That's all I wanted to say on that. It kind of bothered me a bit just to label someone a Nazi and a white supremacist. And, you know, PewDiePie immediately took him off the recommendation list, which is fine. You know, he's gone through enough. He doesn't need to go through anything for a really small channel like this. But I just wanted to put that out there. You know, check out his channel and see what you think. He has some pretty radical views, so you know, be careful. Maybe he is a Nazi, I don't know. But from what I can tell, I think he's just an iDubbbz wannabe. Anyway, let's go on to the next story. Whoop! Our next subject is going to be about pineapples, okay? So this is something I learned a couple weeks ago. The pineapple, first discovered by Christopher Columbus, or that's who takes credit for bringing it over into Europe, saw this awesome fruit, okay, and brought it over, and everyone was like amazed. Like this like weird looking flippin' apple thing was like super sweet in the middle, incredible to look at and was really rare, okay? So for a very long time in Europe, you would bring like pineapples to a party and just to show off a pineapple, like people would rent them. Then after a few weeks before it went rotten, the rich person would eat a super expensive fruit basically, and that was the only people that ever had them were these like rich diplomats and kings and other people, okay? Well, eventually, the Dutch were able to grow one of the first pineapples in Europe. What's really funky about pineapples is they have to be in super warm climates, right? So they had to make a greenhouse that was like between 70 and 80 degrees, including the soil. And it couldn't burn down, obviously. So they'd be pumping in all this heat and they couldn't so a couple times like these pineapple trees would just go up in flames, and they had a hell of a time growing pineapples in Europe. Eventually they got it, and then the pineapple was still so expensive for like hundreds of years. Anyway, I just thought that was really cool. I like pineapples. You know, like someone moves into a house, you give them a basket of fruit. This comes from the rich people would give somebody a pineapple if they bought a new place or in celebration. Anyway, thought that was cool. On to the next. So one of my favorite creators, David Dobrick, was on a podcast a while ago, and he was talking about how he went up to Netflix and asked him to make a show. Now, if you ever really done a deep dive on Netflix, you know that there's some crappy shows out there. So it was a surprise to everyone that, first of all, David Dobrik got a chance to talk to Netflix, and second of all, his idea was shot down? What? Netflix, they have shows like The Last Kingdom where it's like a horrible version of Game of Thrones, like where the main character is just like this airheaded dude that bangs a bunch of girls and like is a Viking but not really. It's the worst show ever, The Last Kingdom. Sorry to throw shade at you, whoever that is, Kit Harington wannabe. But anyway, I just can't believe it. So David Dobrik's idea for a show was to have a frat house on Frat Row called David's Frat. And him and his buddies, if you've ever seen a David Dobrik vlog, this would make a lot of sense, that him and his buddies would film themselves doing, the latest shenanigans and all that, just on Netflix instead of YouTube. It's incredible that it got shot down, and I thought that was a cool idea. Anyway, watch out, Netflix. YouTubers are gonna come to your platform. You just watch out, both of you. YouTube and Netflix. You get it. On to the next. So speaking of David Dobrik and podcasts, I guess, I saw on my YouTube recommended, I saw a video talking about Josh Peck from Drake and Josh. And if you're familiar with David's vlogs, then you know Josh Peck and him are homies. So anyway, I decided to check it out. Unbeknownst to me that it was a Logan Paul podcast. I just hated the idea that I clicked on a Logan Paul video, but I gave it a chance. I watched it for a little bit, and damn, Logan Paul is whiny and bitchy during this interview. Here's a little clip right here.
He gets on the phone with David. This is going deep. Okay,
This is deep.
let's get in. I love this.
And Mike goes
straight high school. Okay, I'm ready.
It is high
So
school.
then Mike goes,
Dave, I'm ready
and
to.
I hearted it.
on the podcast. I just want
Mike's
to
like,
respond.
I'm holding love sack hostage.
Anyway, I just want to point that out, that what a whiner. That dude really fell from grace. And I think that he's a whiny little bitch. Anyway, so that's all I have to say about that. I just thought it was interesting that I got recommended a Logan Paul video. Anyway. So this is an idea I have for every show from now on, okay? I'm gonna give you 3 recommendations. One for YouTube, one for Netflix, and an anime, okay? So this is just gonna be really quick. The first thing is I'm gonna give you a YouTube recommendation. And the YouTuber I'm gonna recommend this week is Rainbot, okay? She goes into like creepy things that are going on the internet, weird happenings and creepy crawly stuff, okay? If you like that kind of thing, go for it. She shouted me out when I had like 30 subscribers, and it really helped me out and made me feel like I could really do it. So anyway, go check her out. She's my homie. She follows me on Twitter, so you know she's cool. Yeah. The next one is for Netflix. Yeah. Now you've heard of Harvey Weinstein. You know that he's part of the Creepy Crawly Club. Well, before he got locked up, he made a really cool show called Marco Polo. Okay, now Marco Polo is a show that revolves around Marco's journey into the Kublai Khan's court. Okay, so if you're interested in history or Mongolians, this is a cool show to check out. There's like boobs in it, there's fighting. There's one guy called 100 Eyes, and he's like, he's like flipping sweet. So check out Marco Polo. And the third thing I'm gonna recommend is for an anime called Wolf's Rain. Now, if you ever heard of Cowboy Bebop, it's very similar artistic style. It's made from the company Bones, who also made My Hero Academia. And this show is basically a bunch of twinks that turn into wolves, and there's like some hot chick that follows them around. Pretty standard stuff, so go ahead and check out Wolf's Rain. But you have to listen to the intro that goes... Stray! It's the most annoying intro, but just skip ahead and the rest of the anime is pretty good. So those are my 3 recommendations. I just got this new lens. Check this out, ready? Let's see how fast this focuses. There we go. Woo. Oh man, yes! Anyway, I could be excited about a new lens, okay? I think we can all get excited about some newfangled piece of technology. The last story I want to talk about is YouTube Rewind, which got a lot of flack this year. 12 million dislikes. This video was disliked so hard that people went back to Justin Bieber's baby video, which was the original placeholder for the most disliked video, and undisliked it, liked it, just so YouTube Rewind would be the #1 disliked video. It has, yeah, 12 million dislikes on it right now. Crazy. But why did it get that many dislikes? So YouTube really missed the mark this year on some breakout creators. Mr. Beast, David Dobrik, Pewdiepie, and many, many others that definitely deserved their own 5 minutes or 5 seconds of fame in that video, because they've really done a lot for this platform. Hello, Shane Dawson? Are you kidding me? You know I'm Shane Dawson this year? Come on. Anyway, a lot of people were really upset with it. But I saw some criticism over Will Smith. And there's a really cool meme going on right now. That's hot.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot. Oh, that's hot. That's hot. Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
I just want to say that people are comparing like Will Smith to like these late night show hosts, like people that don't really deserve to be on YouTube Rewind. But I will say Will Smith has definitely been YouTubing it up. He has over 4 million subscribers, has been posting pretty consistently, and has other YouTubers on his show. I wouldn't give him, I wouldn't say that he's just a celebrity and not a YouTuber. I would say he's part of the gang. But my next question is, can YouTube do better? And I'm gonna say they're not gonna do much better next year, but I think we might start to see a change over them hopefully embracing these problematic YouTubers, that make their platform fun and make it interesting to be a part of, you know? So to rewind this video, thanks for watching. Wait, what? Hey, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Let me know if you want me to cover a topic that you're really interested in. I will see you next time, Schlumpkins. The Makeshift Show. I've been Drew. I am Drew. And goodbye. Goodbye. So I gotta figure out how to end this. Okay. See you later. Bye. Okay, there's an update. As I was editing, I found this thing. Look how freaky this thing is. This is called a house centipede. Now, I live in Michigan, so I guess these are common in the house, but you probably are more familiar with like a forest centipede, like one that looks a little bit different. Look at that thing. Apparently this thing is venomous. So if it does bite you, it's gonna be like a bee sting. So I found this particular guy a week ago, and then he escaped on me, so I wasn't able to catch him, but I was able to catch him today. So unfortunately, because he is venomous, I don't really want to just release him. I'm gonna have to exterminate him. Poor guy. Anyway, I just want to show you this freaky looking thing.